Hey guys, Martin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, as we hoped, when we hit 9 o'clock UK time, they have posted all of the details on Twitter for not only the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Buu, but also for the side banner units, which is an evil Buu, which is what I really wanted for Buu's banner, and a base Gotenks, which I hadn't really expected. Another base Gotenks is certainly an interesting choice. They've also posted their animations as well as a bunch of news. So we are just going to go ahead and start breaking all of this stuff down immediately here. And just go through everything. So, starting off with Goku. He is a Super AGL character. And let's go ahead and check out his details. So, his leader skill, Majin Buu Saga, Other World Warriors, or Accelerated Battle. 3 key, attack and defense 170. And then additional 30% to Kamehameha and Time Limit. So, very interesting combo of characters. I need to check just how many of the Super Saiyan 3s will be on here. Because, of course, I really wanted Goku to be leading a full, like, every single Super Saiyan 3 character with a 200% leader skill. But, definitely an interesting leader skill. Other World Warriors and Accelerated Battle I mentioned in that video yesterday when we talked about potential leader skills for him. Majin Buu Saga as part of the 170 as well. Certainly a very interesting one. So, his passive skill... Buying time at all costs. Activates the entrance animation once only. Chance to perform a crit 50% for 5 turns from the entry turn. And reduce damage received by 90% upon the character's entry turn. With each turn pass, damage reduction rate minus 15%. So yeah, it goes down to 0 basically. When there's another Buu Saga ally on the team. But yeah, he starts off at 90% damage reduction. Then on his next appearance, it'll be 60, then 30, and then none. But I mean, that's pretty good for starting out, right? Like turn 1, you can just put him in slot 1. Very good. And you get that as long as there's a Buu Saga ally, as well as, yeah, the 50% chance to crit. So that's pretty nice. Then he has 2 key attack and defense 150%, additional attack and defense 150 when performing a super, reduces damage received by 5% with each super performed up to 30%. Wait, so that means on turn 1, if he does a double super, he has 100% damage reduction on turn 1, specifically, which is kind of funny. Up to 30%. Medium chance of performing a crit. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. When there's another Majin Buu Saga ally in the same turn, he gets an additional 100% defense and guards as the first attacker in the turn. And gets an additional 100% attack and launches an additional super as the second or third attacker in the turn. High chance to nullify Ki Blast super attacks directed at the character and counter with tremendous power. Wow, so he has a Ki Blast super attack counter. That's crazy. So he seems ridiculous as a slot 1 unit. Extra 100% and guarding all attacks. On turn 1, 90% damage reduction. Even when his damage reduction has run out from his intro, if you've super attacked 6 times, he has 30% damage reduction anyway. So for the first couple of turns... he's essentially going to be invincible in slot 1, which is pretty crazy. So, love to see that. I want to know his super attack effect. Yeah, the full power Kamehameha. Oh no, that's the active skill. Can be activated when there's another Majin Buu Saga ally in the same turn starting from the 4th turn. Massively raise attack temporarily. Ultimate damage to the enemy. And then all attacks are crits within the turn. And then his normal super attack is the instant transmission Meteor Crush. Greatly raise attack and defense in 1 turn, immense damage, and a high chance to stun. So yeah, he seems absolutely ridiculous. Like turn 1, he is essentially invincible. He has 90% damage reduction and guard in slot 1. Even if he just does the 1 super, he then has 95% damage reduction. So that is absolutely ridiculous. Then we have Gotenks is his banner unit. He is super physical. He has a hybrid Saiyans lead. He is attack and defense 177 and a great chance of Ki 7. Additional attack and defense 77% when performing a super. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. Great chance to dodge for 7 turns. And high chance to dodge from then onwards. Additional attack and defense 77% as the second or third attacker in the turn. Additional attack and defense 20% up to 77 with each attack evaded. Chance of critting 20% up to 77 with each attack performed. So, I mean, he seems okay, but he's just another one of these banner units that he'll be doing a decent bit of damage and relying on dodge for the most part when it comes to the big supers and things like that. But he doesn't support. So, Whether or not he makes the team is a question. The interesting thing is, though, he's a base Gotenks and he has over in a flash. So that's interesting. Of course, he will be able to link up well with Goku because of that. So he seems like he could be okay. I'm a bit disappointed, no support. So he's just going to be doing damage, potentially dodging. Like, he could still be a very solid addition to the team. But, yeah, no support is a little bit disappointing. But he seems like he could be good. Then we have Buu. So Buu is a extreme int unit. So 3 leader skills for him. So they both lead Buu Saga. Buu Saga, sworn enemies or storied figures. So sworn enemies getting a lead. And then we have additional 30% for Worldwide Chaos or Resurrected Warriors. So that means with Sworn Enemies and then Worldwide Chaos, it's like all Boos and all Cells. So that's pretty decent. And then Resurrected Warriors as well. So I think Goku will be on his 200% team then, which is interesting. And then his passive skill is Margin Beyond Comprehension. He gets the entrance animation, recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn for the rest of battle. Recovers an additional 10% HP for 5 turns from the entry turn when there's another Buu Saga ally on the team. So 10% HP at the start of each turn, 20% for the first 5 turns. So decent chunks of healing every turn from him. T2 attack and defense 150, plus an additional attack and defense 150 when performing a super attack. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. Guards all attacks when HP is 50% or more at the start of the turn. Recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn, and if HP is 30% or less at the end of the turn, recovers an extra 10% HP. So he's got loads of healing. Revives with HP fully recovered when the character is KO'd once only. Okay, so he's like Metal Cooler, where he can revive regardless of his HP, but only if he dies. He also survives KO attacks up to once per turn. So that means the first attack that would potentially kill him doesn't kill him. And then if the second attack kills him, then he revives, which is interesting. Obviously once only for the revival, of course. But he gets an additional attack and defense 100%, guards all attacks, and launches an additional super attack, starting from the turn in which he or anyone else revives. And then recovers HP with... Why does it say sweet treats when it basically always says candy in the other things? Unless that's a new thing that he creates with his active skill that we haven't looked at. But that's interesting. So, yeah, when he has the whenever any ally revives thing as well, which is super, super good. So he has an active skill, Candy Beam. Oh, there you go. Can be activated after the revival skill is activated or from turn 7. Massively raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage, and delays a single targeted enemy's attack for 1 turn. Changes all key spheres to cookies, and for 1 turn, key plus 12. So changes all the key spheres to cookies, which then is, what was the sweet treats thing do? Recovers HP. So you're basically going to get a full heal on that turn as well. So when you use his active skill, you do a bunch of damage, get an action break, and then essentially get like a full heal. So that's certainly very interesting. And then his super attack is raise defense, greatly raise attack for... Oh, so he's infinitely stacking defense as well. Okay, so that's awesome. And then Evil Buu is his banner unit, Extreme Tech. He's a Margin Power lead. Key 1, attack and defense 40%, and chance to crit and a chance to dodge 10% per Margin Power ally on the team. Oh, wait, so is all of those per ally? So Margin Power allies, he's getting 40% per Margin Power ally on the team, if I read that right. Because otherwise, he'd only be getting 40%, which is incredibly low. So on a full Margin Power team, then he's getting... what? 280% attack and defense? That's interesting. And then, yeah, chance to dodge would be 70%. If all allies are in the Margin Power category, launches an additional super attack and all attacks become crits. Additional attack and defense 60% when performing a super. Additional attack 60% if HP is 60% or more when attacking. Recovers 5% HP start of turn. Additional 5% HP when HP is 80% or less. Recovers an additional 10% HP if it's 40% or less. Survives KO attacks up to once within the turn when HP is 40% or more. High chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks and countering with tremendous power. And recovers HP with Sweet Treats. Dude, he seems ridiculous as well. Like, this guy seems crazy. He seems way better than Gotenks. So, yeah, interesting. And he massively raises attack for 4 turns and does supreme damage. So no defense raise on super. He recovers HP with the sweet treats as well, even though he doesn't create them, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, no defense on super, but he has a ridiculously high start of turn number of stats and then gets 60% when performing a super. So those numbers could end up being quite high. Yeah, they seem very good. Gotenks probably seems the worst out of the four. So then we have the... Wait, did I open Goku's one? This is Buu and there's... Yeah, so now we have the animations, which I haven't seen these at all yet. So we need to get up... Let's pause this. I need to get these up in the best view possible here. I know this one... Doesn't this cut off part of it? Yeah, it does a little bit. This one? There you go, that's a bit better. Alright, so let's pause the OST. I haven't heard these either, so I don't know how loud this is going to be, but let's go for it. It's a bit loud. I can't get... There we go. I mean, that's cool, but that was not the intro that we expected. Oh, that's sick. Nice. It has the good old... I like it when the art sort of is part of the frame for like the super attack animation. That's cool. So is this him countering a ki blast? Yeah. Oh, nice. He literally just hits it back at them. That's awesome.
I don't have much time left to give. But now or never.
Okay, nice. Alright, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the intro is not the, and this is to go even further beyond, which is a little bit disappointing, but I do think the intro is cool. That feels like it should be more of like a Super Saiyan 4 thing though, but yeah, I like that. That's cool. It is a shame it's not the crazy like super long screen, but I love that, the little stance and everything. And then the yeah, using him as a punching bag. Love to see that. But that's so cool. I love the way it goes into the card art. Yeah, that's awesome. And then yeah, the counter. And I love the fact that it's not just a negation. He just hits it. He hits it back at them, which is awesome.
I don't have much time left to give.
Yeah, this is cool. In terms of like, I mean, if it's one of those things where it's like, you could say it's like quote unquote just a Kamehameha, but like for a Kamehameha active skill, that looks super, super good. So yeah, Goku's animations are cool. Like I said, the intro is not what we wanted, but is very, very good. So then we have Buu. So let's check out Buu's animations here. Is it going to be the same? Yeah, I need to turn it down again. All right, let's check out Buu's ones. This OST is kind of funky. Boo! Alright. Oh god. Okay, so that's the Candy Beam active skill, I guess, right? Oh, this is going to be his revival, right? Yep. That's crazy. Alright, so this is going to be his super, which we kind of saw in Goku's one, but yeah, or at least the first part. Yeah, see him copying the Kamehameha, yeah. Nice. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, so Boo's animations are pretty good. Yeah, the candy beam thing is certainly very interesting. This OST though as well. What is this OST? Shame it isn't the Deborah cookie, but then I suppose you're not going to be fighting Deborah all the time, are you? So that's great. So random. But yeah, the revival is pretty cool. Just all the Boos coming together. The horrible looking bubblegum effect. And then yeah, his super is super's pretty decent. The first part, this part, you know, is the good old meme. That's Vegeta's technique. Then we got a stretchy punch. But then this, the Kamehameha, especially the explosion part at the end, that looks really cool. So yeah, digging that. And then we have the banner unit. So this is Gotenks and Evil Buu as well. Oh wait, the volume's not been turned down. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. Water effects with the explosions pretty cool as well. Yeah, so there's his counter key blasts. And then he does the Kamehameha as well. Okay. Yeah, not bad. I mean, they're not obviously not very long, but yeah, for side banner units, the animations are very good quality. Like the close-ups and everything always look pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So, animations are all looking pretty good. The units all look pretty good. Gotenks, I think, is the worst of the four, of course. But, yeah, Goku and Buu seem like they're going to be pretty busted. And they're who you're summoning for, really, right? Like, if you get the banner units, that's a good bonus. Otherwise, hopefully you get them later with other summons. But, yeah, that is going to be pretty good. I'm very, very excited for these guys now. So if we take a look at some of the other news that dropped, where's my Dokkan Wiki one? There we go. So we got the thing about the Extreme Z area for the Majin Buu saga. So I actually think this is really hype news as well. For some of you guys who have been around for a long time, this is like the starter Goku, right? The one that we farmed, the Tech SR Goku, base Goku, that awakened into Angel Goku, then into a Super Saiyan. And then I think it was when the Tech Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku came out. Let's put the OST back on. He awakened into Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. And he has been around for a long, long time. So him getting an Easy A is super cool. So he's a free-to-play unit. He's probably the first unit that a lot of people, myself included, had Rainbow, because he was one of the early free-to-play units. So him getting an Easy A is really cool. Obviously, he shares the same name as the new Dokkan Fest unit, and he's probably not going to be so insanely busted or anything. But he definitely is an exciting choice, right, for a free-to-play Easy A. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he does. Then we have the thing about the new Red Zone. Now, we saw the image from the producer layer of the Buu and Buu and Barbady, but we also see Evil Buu and Super Buu here. So potentially they will be two separate stages. I know some people have said about potentially getting a stage that has like all the forms of Buu. But yeah, I would like separate ones, realistically, depending on how they choose to do them with the mechanics and stuff. So that's very interesting. The fact that this is in the news should mean that when the units come out on Friday, we should hopefully get like the first two stages, which probably won't be as hard, obviously, of course, compared to the later ones. But it'll be interesting to see how they compare to what is out on Global right now. Like, will the first two stages be Zamasu and Omega level difficulty? We'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, we have the teasers for the actual Dokkan events themselves. So we have the Barbady here with the Buu hatching from the cocoon. This is obviously a new Dokkan event is coming because Fat Buu does not have a Dokkan Fest exclusive event. And then the Goku one is, of course, a new stage because we do have a Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku as well. I do like that. This is why I came to stall you with my fist. That's a pretty awesome quote. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku already has a Dokkan event. So this is just a new stage being being added to that, whereas Fat Buu obviously doesn't have one, so it's a brand new event. So all of that stuff should be out on Friday. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. The Goku and Buu both look crazy. The animations are good. Like I say, even though we didn't get the Super Saiyan 3 animation for the intro that we wanted, I think the animations are really good. So definitely exciting stuff. I will be live, of course, on Friday morning for the banners to summon and everything. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Hopefully we all get good luck. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the units down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.